Okay, so now we have our secondary oocyte that's gone through ovulation, is out into the peritoneum, and then sucked up into the uterine tube through the fimbriae there. And it bounces down the uterine tube there, and again, its survival is only 24 hours. So somehow the sperm have to be able to get into the vagina, get through this little hole in the cervix, get up into the uterus, and get up to the uterine tube to fertilize the egg within that amount of time. So the sperm have, I'm going to erase this, but the sperm have little mechanisms that help it do that. So the sperm hang out in the epididymis, so over here. And when it's time, the sympathetic nervous system will send the sperm into the vas deferens, so VD. And that is, here's the epididymis, here's the vas deferens. So it goes up into there, and then it has a few stops to make before it comes out. And the first stop that it makes is at the seminal vesicle. And in the seminal vesicle, the seminal vesicle provides it with some stuff. Okay, so it provides it with with sugar, so it can have lots of energy, some bicarbonate, so that the acid content of the vagina and in those areas don't kill it. And then it also provides this stuff called prostaglandins. And prostaglandins help to soften the cervix. So it softens the cervix so that it's easier to get through there. So once it stops at the seminal vesicle, then it keeps going and it enters the ejaculatory duct in the prostate. So here's the prostate gland over here. And in the prostate, it gets some more stuff. And the prostate gives it some more sugar for energy so that it can swim real fast. It provides antibiotics so that nothing can come up there and kill it. And then it has this stuff called, or the stuff that basically is semen liquefier. So PSA. So this is what allows the semen to have a liquid form so that it can go. All right, so then after it comes through to the prostate, it will enter the urethra. And the urethra, is kind of an acidic place. It's where urine has traveled through. So that's what the antibiotics help with that. The bicarbonate helps to counter that. And then right at the urethra where it enters in, there are these little glands that are about right in here, and they're called Bobo urethral glands. And in these glands, they get mucus. So this thing secretes mucus into this semen stuff, which makes it real slippery, slidey. So it comes up here. Maybe a better color. brighter color. So it comes up here, and it's got all this stuff. It's got sugar. These sperms are swimming like mad. And they get up here. This mucus is making it all slippery, slidey, so they can swim real fast. So they get up here. The cervix gets a little soft. They can enter into here. And they get up here, and they got to make a choice. Do I go this way or do I go this way? All right, so half of them go one way, half of them go the other way. So they come up here, and if they get to the egg, then hopefully one of those guys out of the 200 to 500 million that are going up there, one will be able to get through, or hopefully will be able to get through. And once the sperm fertilizes the egg, fertilizes the secondary oocyte, because that's what's there. Right when fertilization occurs, it goes in there, then meiosis II finishes. And again, we get the secondary oocyte. So we get the ova, and we get a polar body. So the polar body goes away, and we end up with an ovum. Okay? It stays in ovum for about 5 minutes, and then it combines with the sperm and becomes a zygote. So in a woman's life, you have 500,000 of these primordial cells, so you have the 500,000 secondary oocytes, and only a few actually go through and finish meiosis. Okay, so if you have 2 kids, that's 2 times. So you may have had a few more times where it got there, where the egg was fertilized and genetics weren't good and you never even knew you were pregnant, type of thing. But pretty much even people that have 10, 12 kids, that's still just 10 to 12 times that their oocytes have gone through meiosis. All right, so that is that. The next video I think I'm going to do is about the hormones involved.